His time has expired.
Mr. Speaker.
I call the member for Whitsunday.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this morning I'd like to tell the House and the wider Queensland community about a little victory that we've had in the Whitsundays of late. It's not about building bridges, roads or schools. In fact, it's rather something I would call very symbolic and important to long-time locals, and that is that we have secured, finally, a public memorial for those people who perished in deadly Cyclone Ada almost half a century ago. This has been something that I've held dear to my heart, Mr. Speaker, for quite some time. I'm not alone. People like Kay Cronin and Gloria Demartini and others who are survivors and have a close connection to the victims and their families who perished in that terrible disaster have been fighting the good fight as well. And it was most pleasing, Mr. Speaker, to recently see the Whitsunday Regional Council finally succumbing to pressure that I'd applied over a long period of time, but also community pressure to do something about it. We're not looking to build the Taj Mahal. We're looking to have just a dignified, respectful memorial erected in time for the 50th anniversary in January 2020. For those people, Mr. Speaker, not familiar with Cyclone Ada, it happened on January 17, 1970, a deadly storm that took the lives of 14 people from Proserpine through to the Whitsunday Islands, including one family that vanished without a trace on the Whakatane that was never seen again. For all we know, Mr. Speaker, that boat, that vessel, could be on the bottom of the Whitsunday Passage, the same passage that Cook sailed through 249 years ago. I know that the former Mayor, Mario Demartini, said to me once at Shute Harbour, after Ada, it looked more like Pearl Harbour than Shute Harbour. The damage was profound, particularly to our island resorts, iconic Daydream, South Mole, Hook, Hayman, Long. They all copped it. One family that was impacted were the Turners. They've been known to the Costigans probably for a century, Mr. Speaker. Gib Turner was holidaying on South Mole at the time of Ada. His wife, his first wife, sadly died in that disaster, and Mr. Turner was lucky to tell the tale. My grandfather used to deliver the mail to the Turners on Blenheim Station, and I remember seeing him some time ago saying, "Mr. Turner, I'll do everything I can to get that memorial built," and it's finally happening. In memory of those 14 souls, and recognising the volunteers and the emergency services personnel, the concerned locals, the Army, who all contributed valiantly in the recovery effort in the hours and days that followed deadly Cyclone Ada.
Speaker.
I call the